Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Mary is starting us off in St. Louis. Hi, Mary. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So the last few weeks, to be honest, I've gone down a little bit of a Dave Ramsey rabbit hole on YouTube. So I'm just kind of getting to know your principles. I'm really intrigued by them. But I have a real question about your baby steps, the $1,000 emergency fund philosophy. I think my husband and I might be a little out of whack when it comes to following the steps exactly correct. We have a $16,000 car loan. We have a $215,000 mortgage. And we have about $30,000 in non-retirement investments. And we've also started a few small investment accounts for our children. We're trying to increase our retirement to 15. We're kind of trying to do everything at one time.
Yeah.
My question,
and you did all of that long before you even heard of us.
Yeah.
Good for you.
We've been trying to save, as much as possible and,
Good for you.
Really, try to pay off his car loans and things like that. So we have one car loan left. My question is this. It's taken us several years to save that money that we have in the non-retirement investments. And we currently have a deck in our backyard that is literally falling apart. Mm-hmm. So we've been quoted to remove it and replace it with a patio for about $15,000.
Mm-hmm. What's your household income?
About $145,000.
Okay, cool.
So I guess my question is, and I also am worried if we use the money to pay off the car loan and then we do the patio, I just always like having some cushion to know that if there are big purchases that come up, that we have enough cash to do it. And so I guess I just wanted to know what your philosophy was based on everything, where we're at.
Well, the summary of the background of the baby steps was this. When I first started teaching basic financial principles 30 years ago, I would have this exact conversation with people. Where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start? And a couple of philosophies emerged as we worked with thousands and thousands of people, now millions of people years later. But the philosophies, number one that emerged was the number one wealth building tool that you have is your income. When you give it to other people in the form of payments, you limit or slow down or even stop your ability to build wealth. So becoming debt-free, first personal, later home, is an essential part of a long-term wealth-building plan because the money you make, $145,000, should turn you into a millionaire.
Okay.
If you don't give it all to someone else in the form of car payments, et cetera, right? And that's the general philosophy, okay? The general philosophy number two was people kept saying, where do I start? Because 100% of us, including no matter how much money you make, have competing priorities. We have a broken down deck. We have an emotional need for a pad of an emergency fund laying there.
We have high school kids. They're going to be going to college soon.
We've got college kids coming at us. We've got life insurance we need. We've got a next car we might need to purchase. We've got another thing. We got to think about Christmas. God, it's going to be here again in 20 minutes. And we've got all these things coming at us. And so what we came up with was the baby steps. And the reason they've been so successful is because it gives you a very clear path that is based in good, solid financial planning principles and a get-out-of-debt philosophy, and it's the shortest distance between where you are and wealth. Now, it might not be the shortest distance between where you are and a deck, but it's the shortest distance between where you are and wealth, and that's what the whole thing's built on. And so what we would tell you to do is have $1,000 first. Any other non-retirement money you have, the $30,000 in your case, would be to become debt-free except your home. So we pay off your car by the time dinner is here tonight. You pay off the car, okay? Then that leaves you $14,000, and you have a deck problem, and you make $145,000. So we need to get a deck fixed. You have any money in savings at all other than this non-retirement?
We have about We have a small savings account. It's about $5,000 right now.
So I would keep some of that other though, but instead of the deck for your emergency fund, because when you said I just want to have some cushion, that's what that provides you. And then you guys make great money, and I would just cash flow
the deck.
Put in the budget. Hey, we're going to save X amount per month towards the deck. And
so let's pretend. Okay, so you make 100. You're right, Rachel. You make 145. Let's call 20,000 your emergency fund, which would probably be about right. And you never touch that ever. For anything. It's not for purchases.
Yep.
A bass boat, another car is not an emergency. Okay. This is only if the world comes to an end. I mean, only if the transmission goes out. Only if your mother or your relative or whoever in another state passes away and you got to buy an airline ticket. I mean, only as an emergency, an unexpected event. A deck falling off is gradual. That's not unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's true.
So to Rachel's point, we're going to put $20,000 there. Now you got no car payment, and now you're going to get on a detailed budget and start working these plans. And I would save up for that deck very rapidly. I think you can save for that deck by Christmas.
Okay.
And then you pay cash for it. Oh, by the way, in the winter, the guys aren't working as much in St. Louis, and so you might get a better deal.
Yeah,
than a deck in the summer. I could be wrong, but I think so. And so on. Okay, now we got a deck, and now we got baby step 4 is 15% of your income going into retirement. You already got the kids' college going. You already got that going. And now let's start just thinking about how are we going to knock out this little $215,000 mortgage? It's not much. You sound young. How young are you?
I'm 34.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys same age, right? So
yeah. 35.
35.
But basically.
Okay. It's just close enough. But yeah. But I mean, that's when you're my age, it's really close. So, but so anyway, the point is you're gonna. Gosh, you should have this house paid off before you're 40.
Yeah, y'all are going to see a lot of traction, Mary, because you already have the instinct. You've been doing this. And like you said, everything's a little bit all over. You just need more of a concise plan.
But there's no power.
And you're going to see it.
In lack of focus. Focusing and working straight down those baby steps gives you a power because it keeps you from doing other stuff. When you try to do 6 things at once, nothing gets done. But you can do one thing, you can get the one thing done. And so we got the car. Now we got the deck. Now we got the retirement. We got the kids' college going. Now we're going to start working on the house. One thing, ba-boom, 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 ba-boom.